when a company is looking for a data solution or trying to build some data pipeline or take decisions on the basis of data, there are four different components that you will need if you are trying to do anything with data, if you are trying to utilize data in any sense. First is data engineering. That includes pulling out data from different sources. That could be clustered, that could be your like a flat file like CVS and Excel, or that could be your old database, new database, or from cloud. And many times those could be public domains and different API services. So data engineering involved pulling that data, then cleaning it, and making it in a format that can be utilized by other teams who are actually training the model. And further on, it's passed, and also to store it in a way that any team or anyone who wants to work with data can pull the data and start working with it. That does include cleaning of data as well. And honestly, when I work on some projects that includes building data pipeline, most of my time goes into data engineering part, because that's something that anyone who is in data field has to go through. So once you have done data engineering and your data is ready to be trained, there is a modeling part. Now, modeling basically means training a model, that is training a function, a mathematical function in 3 dimensions and many more dimensions, depending what all attributes you have or what all features you have. If I'm trying to predict someone's, yeah, let's understand this with an example. If I want to predict um, a price of a house, what all features there could be. Uh, there could be a house area, carpet area, then how many rooms are there, and are there any scenic view around, uh, how about the locality look like how expensive the location is, all those things. These are features, basically these are the dimensions. And when you are trying to predict when you're trying to predict the price of these apartments or houses, you are trying to train a model that uh, took all these features into consideration and then gives you some output. Now, training or machine learning, you might have heard that there are different kind of machine learning models. One is supervised, then there is unsupervised, then there are reinforcement learning. Supervised learning is one where you share some responses along with those features that we were discussing. There will be some examples of price, like, okay, if the apartment is 4 bedroom and then it is of carpet area maybe 750 square feet or more than that or something like that, all those things, then there will be this will be the price. That's what you are telling the machine, and machine will learn that. And when you throw some similar data, then it will predict price according to that function that you have trained. Unsupervised learning is where we just give the data to the machine, and the algorithm figure it out and gives you some basic values. Those basically works on probabilities. We can go in detail for those, but keeping that short, I will be focusing more on how you can get a job. Reinforcement is more about when you are asking machine to predict something, and then if it predicts right, you are awarding it. If it is not, then you are penalizing it. The third part is deployment part. So you have machine learning model trained, and it is trained on some training data that you have provide or some existing data. And now you want to use that model in a real time, in production time, when there will be more data coming, either real time or in batches, and you want to give out the inference or the output or the prediction right away. That's where deployment part comes in. Basically, you set a pipeline there and see, like, if customers or like if the if the output input is given, how the output is coming out, and those deployment, that's what deployment means. And usually this part is taken care by software engineer who have understanding of machine learning. The last part is business analysis. Once there are predictions, then you visualize it on some business intelligence tool, and those business intelligence tools are the visualization on them are later used to take some decisions. We do have a business analyst in our team, and everywhere in the organization you will find analyst roles. And all they do is they look at the visualization or the trend either in the sheet or in the visualization, and then they will um, like either take decision or advice to the person who is making decision. If you see this word cloud kind of thing in the shape of bulb, basically those are the words that becomes titles. I will tell you how. So data and deep learning scientists, software, machine learning, those are the combination that makes job titles. Let's discuss some of the popular one, data scientist. So what data scientists mean? Data scientists are those people who not just perform modeling, that is training a model or training a function, but they also clean the data at times. They do have to do that. And at times they also have to make decisions if there is no dedicated business analyst there. So this is how it works. The purple line you see here, those are basically the responsibility. And if you go in machine learning engineering part, then as I said, there will be deployment part as well. So machine learning engineer would not need to make any decision. What they can do is they can provide the best pipeline or the best data and the results on the basis of which business analyst can take decision, or the person who is like more like stakeholders can take decisions. Now data analyst part, yes, data analyst do perform some kind of data engineering. It may not require a lot of codings, but it does require like pulling the data from suppose you have deployed some model, and there are some ways, either write some SQL queries or perform some kind of operation, and then you are getting data. That is another kind of data engineering. You are getting results or pulling results from some source. So they do this thing and then prepare reports, like the business analysis part, and that's what their job mostly covers up. Software engineering and software engineers, more of ML trade software engineers. You can say that I'm more of software engineer with machine learning as trade, because I did some certification and took completed my master's in that. So software engineer ML, they do perform data engineering, because they are the one who are pulling data from, if you are working in some hardware factory or car factory, there will be data coming from sensors, and for those data to be pulled, you will need some coding experience. That's why software engineers are required there. Then if you have trained some model, or you may not, but some other colleague of yours who is a data scientist has trained a model, now it's a job of a software engineer to put it in a pipeline so that it can be in production, and anyone who needs an inference, they can just get it from there. Machine learning researcher. So these are people who are very similar to machine learning engineer, but since there is a one word called researcher, they would not be doing any deployment part, but they are more of evaluating the things.